All right, welcome back to Getting Sober. Again, my name is Jay, and today we are celebrating a big milestone. Today I am 40 years old, and today's topic happens to be, are you a late bloomer? But first, if you haven't yet, give this video a big thumbs up before you forget. I know I always forget unless somebody tells me. And don't forget to subscribe if you care about your sobriety as much as I do. But the topic is about, being a late bloomer, and not everybody is dealt the same hand of cards. Sometimes we have some advantages in life and some disadvantages, and we have to overcome obstacles no matter where you come from. Your path to whatever it is that you're trying to get to is going to be different. And today I wanted to start off our episode like I did in the beginning of all of these episodes, starting back in 2018, because back then I didn't really know what I was doing. I didn't have a script. I didn't even really have any bullet points. I just sort of had an idea of whatever I wanted to talk about, and I just sort of talked about it. And I did that all the way up until about episode 100, where I just sort of spoke off the cuff, off the top of my head, whatever I felt like talking about that day. And that's not unlike what we do for our live stream and live chats every Friday and every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern. And those go for about 2 hours long. We do this for you every Friday and every Sunday. So come by if you haven't yet, say hello, hang out and chat and learn about all of our collective struggles and all of our collective successes, because if you're going through it, somebody else is going through it too. Now, normally, today happens to be a Monday. And what we usually do on Monday is I record new Member Monday content exclusively for our supporters on Patreon and to our YouTube members who are contributing to our mission by making monthly contributions. However, in the spirit of giving and in the season of giving, and even though it is my birthday, I wanted to give you all something and give everyone the new Member Monday content and make it an official, unexpected episode, because it's not every day that we have a reason to celebrate. And typically on Mondays, they happen to be the worst day, arguably the worst day of the week. So I wanted to give you something and put a little bit of pep in your step and put a little bit of wind in your sails, because the world might feel like it's a little heavy for you. I know that a lot of us are dealing with having lost loved ones over the years. A lot of us maybe remember starting off our journeys on our birthdays with a house full of grandmas and grandpas and aunts and uncles and cousins and you name it. And the celebrations were big, they were lively, and they made you believe that life was gonna be okay. And the older we got, we started to watch more and more people either move away or pass away, and the company that we keep gets smaller and smaller. And on the topic of being a late bloomer, I started this channel in 2018. I was 37, going on 38. I wanted to give myself a gift. I wanted to not only be sober for my birthday that year, but I wanted to give myself the gift of being 1 year sober and hopefully being forever sober at that point. And as we continue to preach no judgment sobriety, we know that everybody's path is going to be different towards their goals. And we know that life is going to happen. But we know that, and we expect that there's gonna be a little bit of pain and there's gonna be a little bit of trauma along the way. After getting sober and starting this channel in November of 2018, I ended up not being sober within 2 months of starting my journey. Later that year, my dad fell terminally ill with cancer. I found myself in Hawaii for another 2 months away from home and away from sobriety. And in those moments with my dad, I'd wondered things like, would he be proud of me? And did he miss me? When I found out that he was terminally ill, I wanted to get sober, not just for me, but I wanted to get sober for him. I wanted to try to provide some hope and some motivation and some inspiration that if there was any sign of hope, if there was any chance of him surviving, that I would be there and I would be a solid foundation for him to rely on, just as I was able to do with him when I was young. But I knew that there was a chance that I was gonna self-sabotage, because that's what I did before. And that's what I did before that, and that's what I did before that. So there was no reason for me to even believe that I could potentially be successful, because I hadn't been successful. And today I wanted to share something personal with you. an email that I sent to my mom back in 2005, and she shared this email with me last night when she came over and we celebrated my birthday. And this email I had written to her, and I told her to save it and hang on to it until the right moment. And last night she decided that for my 40th birthday that it was the right time to show me what I had written and the thoughts that I was having 16 years ago. In 2005, the part that I want to read to you says, and again, this is a message from me to my mom on remember the 5th of November, 2005. I wrote, "Someday, I hope that I can make you both and everyone around me who ever heard of the ambition I had had, or some dream that I pursued, proud. I feel ashamed that I can't get you what you deserve for your birthdays or for Christmas. But I promise that I'll do anything and everything for the both of you in the future. But I don't want to do anything less than what I'm capable of. Someday, people will write about me. Someday, you'll open a magazine and see my name. Someday, someone will say, 'I saw your son having a show in London.' I don't expect you to believe that, and I don't want you to believe it until I show you. I've met a lot of people in this small world, and the only people in it that make me draw a tear are you and Dad. There's no particular reason why I'm writing this other than the fact that I believe that God is making me realize that it's time to get on my horse and ride. And I don't want to say I love you when it's too late. I don't want to show you something that you can never see when it's too late. That being my potential. You can trust me when I tell you that you'll be proud of me. And I don't want you to respond to this email. I want you to carry it with you until you feel the time is right. Maybe 10 years from now. And then we can both know that more is never too hard to achieve." And unfortunately, my dad passed away in 2019. And I never really knew that I had the opportunity to show him and make him feel proud, because at that time I was still drinking. At that time I was still in between jobs. And at that time I still wasn't fully embracing my future and my potential. And I didn't know that I was ever going to amount to anything. And I didn't have any proof that I was ever going to amount to anything. I started to slowly give up on myself. I started to slowly let dreams go instead of having more dreams. I had to rationalize the future that I was heading towards because I knew that my trajectory wasn't going to a place that I wanted to be. And I slowly started to accept that I was going to be less than I hoped that I would be. And I had to watch my dad pass away, not knowing if he was ever really proud of me because, frankly, I didn't give him a reason to. And so this day, while I celebrate turning 40 years old, I know that wherever my dad is, I know that he's proud of me. And I was lucky enough, and I am lucky enough to still have my mom in my life. And to hear how proud she is of me and all the work and the effort that we put into this channel to help people just like you to get sober, be sober, and stay sober, one video at a time. So regardless if you're a month away from turning 24, like I was in that email, or if you're turning 34 or 44 or 74, it's never too late to start. And I know that New Year's Day is just 12 days away. And we have the opportunity to look back at this year and the year before that and know that pain and trauma happened in the past. And maybe you've been carrying all of that pain and that trauma, packing your bags every day and carrying all of that baggage with you. But know that the direction that you're moving is forward. Whatever happened to you in the past, leave it in the past. If you want growth, if you want the people in your life to be proud of you, if you want to be proud of yourself, if you want to meet your future self, then now is the time to embrace this moment and pack your bags for a new adventure in life. Because where you came from isn't where you're going. I want to express gratitude and remind you to take the time and take the effort to thank God, thank the universe, thank your ancestors, all the people that came before you. Because if it weren't for any of those people, think about all the trials and the tribulations, all the heartaches, all the heartbreaks, all the fights that those people had to win, all the times they had to succeed, all the times that they had to escape with life and limb so that they can continue on another day. And if anything in the past had happened differently, you wouldn't be here and I wouldn't be here and we wouldn't be here together. So I hope that, and I wish that, and I pray that every day you find the hope and the motivation and the inspiration here at Getting Sober Again so that you can live your best life. And if you decide to continue staying here and hanging out with us, I totally appreciate you. I thank you for being a support to this community because I can't do this alone. And I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful to be 40 years old. I'm grateful to have this amazing community. I'm grateful to have Sam, the best moderator for all of sobriety on YouTube. I'm grateful to have my mom, AKA Cat Mom, be here, be with us, and to be able to continue to take walks with her and have lunches with her and spend Christmas and holidays with her, and not just feeling like I have to do these things, but looking forward and wanting to do these things. I'm finally at a place now in my life where I can say I am living my best life, and life has never been better. It has nothing to do with material possessions. It has nothing to do with finances, but it has to do with the fact that in my mind, in my heart, in my soul, I know that, and I feel that, and I believe that I am doing what I've been called to do. And it's my honor and my pleasure to be of service to you. I look forward to hearing and celebrating more of your successes in our community tab. If you haven't yet, make sure to go to our website, gettingsoberagain.com, to get your free sobriety shout out on your next sobriety milestone. And with that, I want to tell you all that I love you and I care very much about your success and your sobriety. And there's somebody out there who cares about your sobriety. And with that, I want to wish you good luck on your sobriety journey. Don't forget to hit the join button next to the subscribe button down below, and I will see you in the next video. Love you, Dad.